In today's video, we're going to take a trip back to some footage I have from nearly 2.5 years ago when I did what I call a rescue on a 1993 GMC Suburban 1500 4x4. That's the GMT400 platform from the 90s that everyone loves, so check it out.
Those were some pictures from where this truck sat for a number of years, and this video right here is the first jump start video that the previous owner sent me after the truck had sat for 8 years or so. This is a 1993 GMC Suburban. This is a half-ton SLE trim model, four-wheel drive, with just 101,000 original miles. I got it from the second owners. They'd owned it since 1997, and it's been in storage for nearly a decade. So you can see this truck is pretty dirty, and it's got a couple little dings, a few scratches. In today's video, we're gonna be working through this thing, and this will be a culmination of film of several days of getting this truck totally sorted out and cleaned up. You can see it's, you know, a good survivor. All original carpets. These foam padded seats are in really great shape. They just need to be cleaned, so we're going to go through it with the carpet cleaner. Headliner's not hanging down. It's got rear air conditioning, overhead console, and you know, just got to go through it and do some really serious cleaning with the heated carpet cleaner. Buff the whole thing out. More of the same in the front. You can see, like, you know, the doors don't sag in this truck. It's got all the original paint on it. And it's not peeling like a lot of this stuff from the 90s, so this will buff out really well. And this is a factory two-tone truck, and it still has the original tape stripe on it in pretty much excellent condition all the way around. Little nick here and here. Before we go though, I am going to pull this bug shield off. I like taking these off of trucks just to inspect behind them. And the hood real quick while I've got the hood up. Really nice, just dusty and dirty from sitting around. I got this bug shield off and saw a ton of plant growth on there, so we've got our work cut out. Fortunately, I do see these little bumper pads, so a lot of times these bug shields will flap in the wind and start to scuff the paint, but it does have these little buttons on it, so we've got some serious work to do. All right, we're gonna drive this thing to the car wash. I've got to say, these GMT400s are finally getting the respect they deserve. People really love these things. I think people are getting sentimental about, you know, stuff from 30 years ago, and you know, well-preserved examples are hard to find. So I think by the end of this video, this one's going to be looking pretty darn good. You've probably noticed that this truck has different wheels on it now than those first pictures. That's because the owners had those factory alloy wheels in storage. When I purchased the truck, I actually traded them those steel wheels with snow tires for these alloy wheels to complete that factory look for this truck. Well, better, but not 100%, that's for sure. So we'll have to do a lot of this by hand, but this just knocked off all the big stuff. Now, usually I will hand wash cars at my house, but given that it's like 25 degrees outside, that's just not possible. I've got the mats and things pulled out of it. You can see here, lots of filth all the way around this thing. Carpet should come out nice with the heated carpet cleaner. I'm going to try to pull this out. This is a car phone stand. This had a car phone back in the 90s when it sold new. So I'm gonna see if I can get this out and hopefully revive some of the cushion of the carpet there. But you can see pretty much every nook and cranny in this truck has dust or dirt or something. Coming around back here, more of the same. And I kind of, I'm just filming on my iPhone today, so probably what I'll do is just do video updates in and out of when I get a section of work done. I got the third row seat out, and you can see they have this little computer office chair mat here, so that will have hopefully protected some carpet.
This is one of those trucks that served as a family hauler for 2 decades, and basically it wasn't cleaned before it sat for 8 years. So we've got a lot of filth here from neglect and then sitting for 8 years and aging as well. Okay, we got some carpet cleaning done in here. It's been a couple days now. I've been letting the carpets dry and just kind of chasing some stains that come back up out of the jute padding when the carpets get wet. So I'll go through and show you what's been done so far. Got all of the door jambs cleaned, door panels all cleaned up. No more hair and stuff in there. You can see the carpets came out pretty nice back here. I didn't carpet clean the seats. I just kind of did some spot cleaning and wiping with a damp rag to get some of the dirt up out of them. See this side here, nice and clean, even down on the pedals. I just moved it, so a little bit of something on there, but really a nice truck. I had to cut this footage down and mute it because I was just tired of hearing myself talk, but you get the idea. I'm gonna get into the clay bar. Basically, I'm gonna clay bar the entire truck. You can see a lot of the stuff here that the car wash did not get off, so I'm gonna start working on this with the clay bar and just go through and fine tune this thing before I start buffing on it. Now, I won't bore you with clay barring the entire car in video, but I'll just kind of give you an idea of how helpful this is. So a lot of these heavy marks here. This is a clay bar that I purchased. They come in a box, a Meguiar's kit from O'Reilly Napa, and they come with a little lubricant spray, but the clay bars seem to outlive the spray more times than not. So I just get a bucket of warm water, and it kind of makes this a little bit more pliable, and you just start hitting it on the paint here. You can see just in a few seconds we're getting all of that stuff off of the paint. You can see a little bit of tree sap right here that I'll have to chase a little bit more, but this will be really good for just getting all this heavy stuff off. Now this is about 5 minutes of effort, and you can see there's still some discoloration here from tree sap, but the surface is free of all these little bumps and filth that was under there before. Okay, so I've done some buffing here on the Suburban. You can see a nice reflection off of the blue paint here. On this side, I've done the whole hood, fender, door, and rear door, and have also clay barred the whole truck. And then you can see the leading edge of the hood here is cleaned up a lot. There are some chips in the paint that I don't really know how that would have happened with the bug shield there. Maybe they put the bug shield on after the fact. So I did order some touch-up paint for the two-tone here from the local paint store. I've not touched this side of the truck yet with the buffer, but you can see the paint's got a nice shine in it. And we're gonna get the touch-up paint going here. Next step that I wanted to show you is what I do with the headlights. I do a 3-step process with sandpaper. So I'll sand them with 1000, 1500, and then 2000, and then hit these with the machine buffer as well. All right, quick update. Just finished the passenger side lights. As you can see, really nice and clear again. Got a lot of the nasty film and discoloration off of there. So really nice angle out here so you can get a good front right to left difference. All right, I got the third row seat all cleaned up and back in the Suburban here. And I'll show you, I've actually got it up on jack stands at the moment. I pulled the wheels off to have the tires flipped. They have raised white letters on the back side, so I'm gonna clean those up now, I'll show you those. The whole truck's buffed out. I just need to touch it up and then hand wax it for the finishing touch. And I'll probably pressure wash the undercarriage with this high pressure washer that I have instead of that weak one at the car wash in the last little portion of this video. So you can see the wheels out here. I always like the look of the raised white letter, especially on an old 90s classic like this. So we will get these things cleaned up really nice. A while back, Super Clean actually sent me a little care package of things, and this is a wheel cleaner that works very well. I've actually gone through several of these since they sent it to me, but we'll use that to clean up the wheel surface there. These are alloy wheels, and then we'll use the Wesley's bleach white on the raised white letters. Okay, we got the wheels all cleaned up. You can see the white letters bounced back pretty well despite being mounted in the side for quite some time. So really nicely cleaned up set of wheels are ready to go back on the Suburban. I have to say, I just love this look on a classic truck, especially a two-tone like this. I think the raised white letters really give it a little extra element of sportiness. So let me know what you think in the comments. Was that worth all that extra energy to bring these to the tire shop and get them flipped? I certainly think it was worth it. As you can see, I'm a fan of the raised white letter on these 90s trucks. And yeah, I just think it's a cool look. I wish they'd bring it back on the newer stuff, to be honest. Okay, the Suburban is now complete. All of the detailing is done on this, and I have to say it was quite a bit more work than I had initially anticipated, but it came out very, very well. I had my friend Trevor come over and had some paintless dent repair done on it. He got all of the little dings and dents out that he could, touched up a lot of the chips in the front of the hood and all over the body in both the blue and silver. The truck just had some minor little blemishes typical of its age and mileage. This is a 1993 after all with 100,000 miles. Here are some before and after photos from when this truck was completed. I think this was a really nice transformation for this 1993 GMC. I was happy with how it turned out. I know it wasn't perfect, but generally nothing is perfect when they're 30 years old with 100,000 miles. That's just how used cars are. But this thing really did bounce back nicely. As you would imagine, it did need some mechanical work. I did change the oil. I did check all fluids, which actually were pretty clean. The transmission fluid looked great. I did inspect the brakes. And I think the biggest thing I did was charge the air conditioning system. The rest of it was pretty good. I did also service the factory radio because that had been malfunctioning. I swapped a control module. But beyond that, this was a really great truck, and I'm glad to have cleaned it up. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you guys coming along for that little adventure to fix up that old Suburban. It was really rewarding to get that out of that old storage locker it had been in for years and really bring it back up to par. I thought that silver and blue paint came out phenomenally, but let me know what you think down in the comments and let me know if you'd like to see more content like this. As always, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you spending your time here on the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time.